But I think socialism is a moving target. This is what concerns me. We used to think about the size and scope of government instead of just a word. How big is our government as a percent of GDP? And for 50 years, we've been clocking around about 20% of GDP for federal spending. And then if you include state spending, it's been about 32% of the GDP has been spent by governments in this country. Over the last 50 years, it didn't change a whole lot. Now, we had a war, we had World War II, and we went up to war levels where it went to over 50% of GDP. But then during COVID, we spent an amount of money that was 30% federally of GDP, 50% overall, that only a few years earlier, if you'd looked at one of our socialist counterparts in Europe, you'd say that amount of money is socialism. When the government gets that big and the scope is that large, you are now in that territory. Now we've settled down, but we're still about 5% above where we were historically for 50 years. We're at 25% federally and 35% overall. We are inching closer toward socialism.